What is up, everyone? My name is BrendenPlayz. Welcome to the NBA 2K15 MyGM Mode series. It is great to be doing NBA again, and we finally have our hands on NBA 2K15. This game is freaking awesome. So, we are back with GM Mode, and I tell you what, I really dig the GM Mode this year. So, I'm really feeling it, so I'm going to be really excited to bring this one to you. So, we are going to play on the All-Star difficulty, 6-minute quarters. And we're just going to keep it as real as it gets, baby. Current rosters, we're not going to mess around with the rosters. We're going to play legitimate. So this should be good. And we are going to play as the Miami Heat this time around. And I never play as Miami Heat normally, but I'm really excited to play as the Miami Heat this time around because there's no LeBron. So it's a little bit more of a challenge this time to use the Heat. And obviously Wade, Bosh are now our two big players. Dang is in there as well. Cole has emerged as a great player in recent times as well. And we have Napier, whatever the hell it is. And Ennis, my favorite player, James Ennis. Yes! I'm going to be giving him a lot of minutes, James Ennis. Cannot wait to use him. That is going to be awesome. So, get the players to Heat this time. It's a bit of a first for me, so I'm looking forward to it. And we are just going through a bit of dialogue here with the owner. So, we are saying we are happy to be here, and he doesn't want us to lose more than 25 games this season. That's going to be tough. I don't know about that one. And keep the chemistry above. That's pretty easy to do that. I think we can accomplish that one. A home court advantage. So finish first in the conference. That is going to be very, very hard. I think the Cavaliers may have something to say about that, and even the Pacers as well, or even the Wizards, you know. So it's going to be tough. The owner has set us some pretty harsh goals. I think we maybe had accomplished the chemistry one. I don't know about the other ones, but there's our budget. We don't get to touch that, but plenty of room to move if we feel like changing up the roster. But yes, so we are just going to auto-generate the rookies as well. So our first game will be against the Wizards, and straight away you will notice that everything looks very different. So I'm just going to go through and check out what has changed here. So we get social media now in GM mode. We didn't have that, so that's cool. And we get to get a bit more of a more in-depth look at our player morale, and you know, we can talk to all our players a lot easier, talk to our staff. Basically everything in GM mode right now in 2K15 is just laid out much easier. It's much more user-friendly to find everything, in my opinion. The only thing I found difficult to find was how to change the rotations, how to change the lineup, but I found it eventually. So we have badges now, and we had that before, but we naturally gain XP in GM mode. Instead of having to buy all the badges with VC, we can naturally gain VC. Having a look at the free agency here, we have Ray Allen could be a good option to try and bring in. We do have a full roster though, which is a problem. So Ray Allen could be a good choice to bring in for short term for the one season. Andrew Bynum's there as well, so it's a Chauncey Billups. So there's some good players on the free agency this time around. Greg Oden as well. You know, he was a former Heat guy, but you know, hasn't really set the world on fire. And yeah, so if we need to chip in to some free agents, there's plenty of options there for now. Who knows how long that'll be? And obviously, full roster there as I tried to chat to Ray Allen. It won't let me. So as well as that, well, actually we'll have a look at our roster first. So this is our roster. So obviously Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh are our two top guys, and James Ennis there, rated 71. I think he's 70 actually, but he's gone up one. So really keen to play with James Ennis. Why do I like James Ennis so much? I was watching him when he was playing in Australia. I actually really wanted to see him live, but I never got the chance because I don't play where I live. But he's an absolute beast, man. I cannot wait, and it's even better that he's playing for the Heat. So Ennis is officially my new favorite player, so I'm going to be giving him as much game time as I possibly can. And he's actually 70 overall, it's not too bad either, so there's a bit of promise there. So it's not, you know, it's not like I'm putting a scrub on my team. He's actually pretty decent. And I tell you what, he's pretty good in my team as well for a bronze player. So if you're looking for a bronze player in my team mode, pick up James Ennis, baby. He's good. So you got all the usual stuff as well that we saw from MyGM last year in 2K14. And the big thing that I did notice is that there is now player development, which is absolutely awesome. So we can actually train up our players and develop their skills, and we get to pick what kind of skills we want them to train on. And really, I just think they've really refined the series much, much better. I felt as though GM Mode in 2K14 was okay, but I really just kind of wasn't that interested in it, to be honest with you. I just kind of didn't feel it, didn't dig it, and I never could really get into it as much as I would have hoped to have gotten into it. You know, normally I think GM Mode, yes, this is going to be epic. I just wasn't feeling it really, so that was a bit of a shame. So we're going to check out our minutes. So we have Mario Chalmers starting at the moment. We have 3 point guards that are probably all going to be fighting for that point guard spot. And we have Denny Granger as well, but I want to give James Ennis some minutes. And I don't know, I don't really rate Granger that much. We'll see how he goes. Napier, is it Napier or Napier? I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna call it Napier. He's our rookie, so we're gonna give him an opportunity. But we're gonna give Norris Cole the first go at the point guard spot for the starting position this time, and we're probably gonna test him out, trial him out, see who goes well, and as we try and find out who is it gonna be our permanent point guard starter, because they're all pretty much very similar in stats. You know, they all can shoot the threes, they all handle the ball well, so they're good scorers and pretty decent playmakers as well. Obviously, we have Dwayne Wade to chip in there as well, so very tough choice. So that'd be something we can find out in the next coming episodes of GM Mode, how we're going to go about that, who's going to earn that spot. So that will be interesting to see how that all kind of pans out. We will give Granger a few more minutes. You know, he does deserve to have a bit more time on the court, so we'll give Granger a couple more minutes. But I really like the team. You know, we have a really good mid-range team. We have Dwayne Wade, who's actually 86 overall now in the game. That would surprise me. I would have thought he'd be at least maybe 88, 89. I knew he wouldn't be 91 again, but I was really surprised that he dropped that much. Chris Bosh actually went up a couple of points as well, so that's good to see. And we're going to build our team, obviously, around, now it's the big two, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, but we have Dang in there as well. We have a lot of good mid-range plays in that 70 overall mark. We don't really, you know, we're not really struggling in any area. We have a lot of, our bench is pretty good, so we have a lot of depth in the team, which is very handy to have. As we kick it off, we're going to play the Wizards in our first game, so this should be interesting. Two pretty good teams going at it here in the Eastern Conference. So I had to change my camera angle there. So we're going to kick it off. Here we go with the new season here in MyGM Mode, and really looking forward to bringing this to you guys. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And obviously playing against the Heat, like I said, a new challenge. It'll be interesting to see how far we can go with the Miami Heat, considering no LeBron. So how good will this team be post LeBron? How good will Dwayne Wade, how good will Chris Bosh go now that they've been handed the reins? And we'll find that out here in GM Mode before we find out how they do in the real world. So this should be exciting. As we got Bosh here. I'm pretty confident, though, that Bosh and Wade are going to step it up, though. You know, obviously, we saw them kind of take a bit of a back burner to LeBron. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see them go. As there's a big dunk. Look at that from John Wall. That was beautiful. Poor defense from me as we're down 13-6 in the early stages of this one. And here goes Bosh. 2 more points with the layup. That's very nice, using the glass very effectively there. So I'm really interested to see how Miami Heat go, and the GMO series should be a lot more fun. I just wasn't feeling it in 2K14, but I tell you what, in the early stages of GMO so far, I'm really feeling the game. I'm really digging it, and if you're wondering, should you pick it up, I would say hell yeah, this game is awesome. They just changed a lot of the things that I felt as though needed tweaking, just a lot of minor things that they've changed that I really appreciate. Look in the top right corner there of the screen. They now have, you know, how many points, how many rebounds, how many assists each player has got in your team. Normally, it just had that in the My Career mode, but now they have that in the GM mode as well, which is awesome. That was something, you know, I'm a bit of a stat freak. I love seeing the stats for all my players. So that's just a minor little tweak that I thought was really good. And just the presentation and, you know, changing. And look at that. We got to look at this dunk again. Dwayne Wade going flying here. Look at this. Gets the ball. Oh! Look at that. That is beautiful. Bang! And that'll do it for half-time. So 40 plays 32. We are down at this stage. We're hanging in there, but we're just not getting the ball. 10 extra shots there. Look at that rebound count. That is why the Wizards are in front. 10 extra shots than us. Chris Bosh, though, 13 points. So like I said, just the presentation looks so much better. Just as you saw there, they have the 3D logos and things like that, and in the bottom right corner they changed the scoreboard there. They're always continuously changing how the game looks, the presentation of the game, the layout of the game always changes from game to game, which I really do appreciate. I think that's a nice little touch that they've done to this. So honestly, I feel as though this game is probably a lot better than 2K14. And I'm not even going to talk about the other modes really, but now we have the My League mode. I honestly don't know what is the difference between My League and GM mode. I had a look at My League earlier. It's basically the same. I think you can customize it a little bit more compared to GM mode, but honestly, it's like the same as GM mode. I really don't get the point of that. But the My Career mode, I won't be doing a series on My Career mode, but it is epic. It is really fun. And I'm not doing a series on My Career mode because I like to play My Career mode a lot. So I probably would, going to be kicking myself, having to restrict myself, only playing like a little bit here and there. GM mode, I'd be happy to kind of take it a little bit slower, and probably better to take it a bit slower anyways, to make better choices, using your opinions as well to make those good choices. So that should be good. And I also do plan on making a My Team series as well, and I'm going to do a My Team video coming up real soon. So expect some NBA stuff from me coming up soon. I'm loving the game, and it'll keep me busy until I'm waiting for WWE 2K15. And of course, I'm still going to be doing the WWE videos as well, but I want to add a bit of variety. I always wanted to do GM mode, and I always want to do other NBA videos, but I just didn't have the interest. But now the game's fresh. I'm very interested in it. I'm loving the game. So Dwayne Wade, he gets his own miss there. It's good stuff there from Wade. We are down though, and it looks as though we are going to lose this one. We just couldn't get into it, and we were trying to make a comeback, but we just couldn't really stop them. The rebounding killed us, and our defense just wasn't on par, just wasn't on scratch. So here we go, the final couple seconds of this one as the Wizards will take it out. 73 plays 64. Just a few highlights there. It wasn't the best game for me, but actually this was my second game on the game itself. So the first one was actually the one you have to automatically play when starting up the game. So I was a little rusty, first time playing the game for a little bit, but we went down. But we will improve now that I've, obviously it takes some time to learn how to play to all your players' strengths and everything like that, just like it takes some time for the teammates to get to know each other and play to their strengths. But look at this, Chris Bosh, 21 points, 3 rebounds, Dwayne Wade, 13 points, Chalmers, 11 points, Cole only got 6 points, but Cole did a little bit more with the rebounds and assists as well. Chalmers didn't really, so it's a close battle between those two, but Chalmers probably got the last laugh this one. Ennis had a quiet game for us, unfortunately. And McRoberts, I don't know what the hype around McRoberts is. And speaking of McRoberts, he's got a sore ankle, so not really liking McRoberts. I really want to try and get a better power forward, in my opinion. I just don't rate McRoberts at all, and that game kind of showed it. And we're going to be feeling pretty cocky here. We're going to say we want to win some championships here. And, oh man, okay, well, we're very confident at the moment. But I'm trying to improve our morale up a little bit of public interest as well. So that's GM mode for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and comment down below on what I should do next. Should we try to look to trade some players out, sign some new players? Let me know. Should it be Cole? Should it be Chalmers or Napier to start in the point guard position? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Continue the discussion about this video and everything to do with BrendenPlayz by using the hashtag BPZ.